Yeah, man, people, welcome back to the morning inside and Nicardo Media House. Bless up to the people and salute. Yeah, sorry for the late upload. I know a few people. I know for sure I have a few people that they really looked out for the video early in the morning, but for the last 10 to 12 hours, man, me never really feel good, and me even wake up late for work, so the video couldn't get through. So right now when I did a video, a piece of breaking news hit the Twitter. A piece of breaking news hit Twitter, and it revealed, I'm going to get in that as well. But yeah, I want to bless up my mother, one of my number one supporter, my mother and my father. You see, especially her, she always watch the video every morning, meanwhile she's doing her cooking. Yeah, so big up to my mother. Sorry for that late upload as well. I know you're looking forward to see the video, but look, I'm here to talk about some very interesting topics. As I said, it was a little breaking news surrounding one of our own, the man himself, Raheem Sterling. Could he link up with Leon Chippy Bailey at Aston Villa? It's a very, very, very interesting story, and I'm going to get in that as well. I'm going to talk about a little thing with Mason Greenwood as well, and also I still want to big up Khadija Bunny Shaw. Yeah, but let's get into the video. The first thing first up, we'll get into the video right about now. We'll kick it off like a ball. Andre Blake and Nana Lowe have lost again to a MLS team in the League Cup semi-final. Last season, it was at home at Subaru Park. Now, the game that they lost last night, it was in Ohio. Columbus Crew is a very good team. One of the, probably say, the best team. And I think the two best team, have gone on to the League Cup final. And look, there's no Mexican team in the final as well. But 3-1, after they went 1-0 down, and they found, for some way, they found that equalizer. I think that game was just all about Columbus Crew last night. It was a wonderful game, on the Columbus Crew side. And I don't know if I should blame Andre Blake for those 3 goals, if he have a part to play in those, if it's a mistake. I know, one of the goals deflected. I could say probably 50-50, it's a balance, but I was hoping to see Philadelphia Union really took Columbus Crew to a storm and get into that League Cup final. 2020 in the Corona, they won the Supporters Shield, and that's the only thing that they won. They went to the MLS final a couple years ago and they got beaten in LA versus LAFC. Yeah, so I'm hoping that Andre Blake can carry home a trophy to Subaru Park, to the people in Pennsylvania. He is the big skipper down there. But I wish them well. Hopefully they can have a healthy MLS, and hopefully they can go on and try to fight off Columbus Crew. As again, if they're gonna go on and win the MLS, they're gonna have to get past this Columbus Crew, as both teams are in the Eastern Conference. Yeah. So yeah, very interesting thing. But look, remember I said yesterday in that video, where are the Mexican club in the League Cup? There's no Mexican club. So back-to-back semi-final for Philadelphia Union. So many conference final, you would say that's like a semi-final for the MLS trophy as well. So many semi-finals, and they just can't get over that hurdle. Hopefully, as I said, coming in a few months, they can be a lot more healthy, and Jim Curtin can get this team over the line and help the two REGGAeboyz to get their first. Not first. I think Nana Lowe won a MLS already with Seattle when he was a youth, I think. But Andre Blake, he need that so many individual accolades in the MLS, and I think he really need that MLS title to come home at Subaru Park in Pennsylvania. But yeah, moving on. Boy, I don't know. Again, look at CFAS update, Channel Star. The situation seems like it now get better, and it seems like it get worse and worse. You understand? Coach, technical director, have all came out and spoke. Look, there's the issue that surrounded Ronald C as who is familiar really what's going on. It seems like he want a transfer out as the club got relegated to the second division in Turkish football. You understand? And he seems like he have frozen himself out of the squad. He was missing for a while. Not missing, but like missing from the squad itself. I know they taking drastic measures on the Jamaican winger, and They like, look, 2 more years left on the contract. You're not for sale, at any cost. But I feel if a club really want Ronald C and they come in with the money, they're going to have that option, and they're going to consider it as that club they bought Ronald C not just to stay at the club for the next 10 years, but hopefully he can kick on his career and make the club make a profit, what they bought him for previously at Scoopty. You understand? So yeah, I think if the right money come in, they will consider selling him. Again, the rest of players that want to transfer out, I know one of them for sure is a Cameroonian international, Basagag. He have played league game so far. He have played a league game so far. Once he was missing out of the squad, now he's back in the squad, but he got offers and they rejected that they need more money. You understand? But the Cephas situation, I don't know, man, what Cephas is really doing, but it's up to his agent now to play that agent role and try to get his player the best possible move. Is he going to stay at Ankara Gucci? Is he have something outside of that, that are a club around the Turkish Super League that willing to come in and offer him? But hopefully a club is out there really nudging around Ronald C for talking to his agent like, look, settle, we're going to make an approach to the club and we're going to put an offer on the table and get this problem solved, hopefully. But if there's not such any clubs out there that concrete between the two clubs are within the player camp, please Cephas and his agent, please get things back. It not really look good. You want to be around the Reggae Boy team. You see the names that's flashing around that's supposed to the coach want to recruit and put in his team. You always want to be in the coach setup, new coach, new slate, everything. You want to be in the Reggae Boy setup. So, come on, let's be a man. We have seen it. Bobby Reid have dropped down to the lower tier before in the championship with Fulham. What he do? He stay with the club and bounce back right up back. So get back on the playing pitch, sort out things with the administration at Ankara Gucci and get back into the team. They really, really appreciate your service. They love you as a player, talented player. And the fans them as well really, really love Ronald Cephas. Again, moving on to over there in the McDonald League, I would say a potential Reggae Boy player, Mason Greenwood, new partner in crime. The next sensational Reggae Boy in the making, Jonathan Rowe have finally gotten the deal over the line. Finally he have gotten the deal over the line, and Roberto De Zerbi have got his man. It was Eddie Nketiah. It never worked out. I don't know, it seems like Marseille is like they're attracting all the I don't want to say bad boys, but they attracting all the players around that who have speculation around their names of some type of wrongdoing. In Eddie Nketiah, that no work out. Maupay, Maupay is one of the most hated player in the Premier League. Now he went for Jonathan Rowe at Norwich City in the championship. The man that bagged 13 goals in our competition last season for Norwich City. Can he bring that over there into the McDonald League? And score double digit for Roberto De Zerbi. And Roberto De Zerbi already signed a player. The player that previously were playing in the French league, and I think his name Wally, another problematic player. He got some little thing around his name. Look, I don't remember his name. I think his name is Jean Laurent. Jean Laurent have speak to Talk Sports, and this is what he have to say about Mason Greenwood and the whole issue around Marseille trying to sign these players that have some little accusation around their name. Listen to the French journalist speaking.
How would you describe the French reaction to Greenwood?
I mean, when he started, just before he signed, the controversy was quite high already. Even the mayor of Marseille himself was like, I don't want him in my club. I don't want him in my city. He's got no place here. Marseille still went ahead and signed him. Then he went a bit quieter. And then after his performance at the weekend, everybody's talking about him, of course. So what happened on the pitch at the weekend, and he was outstanding. He's involved in the 5 goals of this team. But also, obviously, what happened in the past of the field. And De Zerbi, who's the new Marseille manager and already with a big impact, said after the game on Saturday, well, I hope that now people talk less about the controversy. It's the complete opposite. Because now Greenwood is in the limelight again, the headlines, everything for what he did on the pitch. But obviously now a lot of people didn't know what happened off the pitch before, and is back on the table now because he's been so good in the first game. So the controversy will always be there. You can look at just the pitch, you can look at the whole picture. I don't know. Marseille were very happy with him. I think he's happy to be there and play in a team like that, in a league like that too. But of course, what happened before will not go away. So De Zerbi can say whatever he wants. Greenwood can score as many goals as he wants. It will always be there.
How do you feel, Julian? How do you feel? I mean, he can't play in English football. He can play in French football. As a Frenchman watching someone, and he's not guilty of anything. He hasn't been charged of anything.
No, that's
so
true.
He is not a criminal under the eyes of the law. As a Frenchman watching him play in your league, are you offended that the French league are quite comfortable in having him play there, whereas he can't play in English football?
No, I mean, Marseille were free to sign him if they wanted. De Zerbi thinks he's a world-class player. I've got an issue with what happened in the past, like I think a lot of people back home, but also I would think pretty much everywhere in the world. But as a club, if that's okay with you to employ someone like him, then that's fair enough. If you look at the front three of Marseille on Saturday, Eli got charged for domestic violence. Amin Harit was involved in a on-the-road accident in the past too, and Mason Greenwood. So 3 of the 4 forwards have pretty bad issues off the field in the past. So Marseille clearly don't think that's an issue. They don't believe that should impact their signing and their recruitment policy, which is fine. If it was my club, I would have an issue with it, and I think a lot of Marseille fans do as well. But that's the way it is. Unfortunately for Greenwood, like I said, I think that will follow him, obviously, like Wahi and like Harit as well, pretty much everywhere they go, wherever they play.
They're certainly having a go, aren't they? They've signed 8 new players.
Yeah, which is what they do under the presidency of Pablo Longoria. I don't know if Simon has come across him, but he used to be a sporting director. Now he's the Marseille president. Every transfer window, every 6 months, there's like 10 going, 10 coming. I'm not sure how you build something sustainable and you can build something good when you make so many changes, but that's his way of doing. I hope for De Zerbi and Marseille that maybe this kind of like quiets down. Now they've got a good squad. They're looking to adding maybe Neil Maupay on loan, maybe Jordan Rowe as well from Norwich to make more depth in their squad. But surely after that, January and next summer, they need a bit more of a peaceful transfer window, I think.
Superb.
Yeah, so that is the French journalist speaking right there to the UK media Talk Sports. But look, I have this, look, Aubameyang, have scored 17 goals last season in the top flight league for Marseille, and in 2009 and 2010, yeah, I think it's Mamadou Niang have scored. He was the leading goal scorer in the French league that season. He have scored 18 goals in 32 league games, and I'm looking forward, to see Mason Greenwood beat that. I with the likes of Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe, I've got leading goal scorer in the French league. I think for the last 5 seasons. I think in the French league. So with the likes of Kylian Mbappe is not there. I think Mason Greenwood can really step up to the plate and help push this Marseille team. With the likes of Jonathan Rowe is there. Wally is there. And a few other top talent is there. They got the Argentinian in between the sticks, ROWE. But I think that Mason Greenwood can get leading goal scorer in the French league this season and also beat Mamadou Niang record for the last Marseille player to get leading goal scorer in the French league. So let's see how that one going to pen up, because Marseille have some pretty good fixtures that's coming up. I think the next big fixtures that they're really looking forward is that game against Lyon. Yeah, that game against Lyon, that classical game, that is one of the next big game that's coming up in a few from now. So yeah, Mason Greenwood, his new partner in crime, Jonathan Rowe, the man that will snipe off the bench for Marseille, and sometime find himself in that starting lineup, especially when they don't have any European football. It's going to be very, very interesting season to see if Roberto De Zerbi can pick Luis Enrique's pocket and win that French league title for the 11th time. Let me say it a little bit softly, yeah. But the news of the day, the Raheem Sterling link with Aston Villa. Before I go any further, people, listen to this, what they have to say about Raheem Sterling and this potential move to Aston Villa.
Injured, so the reality for Sterling now might appear frozen out, but if the window shuts and he's still at Chelsea, it might be a slightly different situation. Juventus, the team that have been linked repeatedly, I'm told yet the Sterling camp haven't had a direct approach, but it is true that they're interested in Raheem Sterling. And it's also true to my knowledge that if Sterling gets the right project presented to him, he would take a wage cut. So it's not a given that the wages are going to stop Sterling for time frame. And then the last thing, interestingly, that I've heard, which surprised me, is that Aston Villa are monitoring the situation too. Now, Villa have lost Diaby and they wanted Joao Felix, remember. I'm not sure that it will gather legs at this point. It's very formative and Chelsea haven't had an approach. But just keep them at the back of your mind because Villa are going to be really busy in the closing.
But look, this is what I think. I think, over the years, remember Raheem Sterling even forced his way out of Liverpool to join up with Manchester City. I think he went as a teenager, probably 19 years old. He forced that move. He wanted to go to Manchester City. And now it's like karma reaching back. But long story short, we're not really going into what really going with Sterling at Chelsea. We know he got kicked out. They gave him a few days off to sort out himself, try to get a club. Juventus is sniffing around. The Saudi move, he have said no to Saudi. Yeah, he have said no to Saudi, as the man said he have a young family. Not at this moment, they don't know, anything can change. But the Aston Villa link, I think Unai Emery is that manager that he can get the best out of. Raheem Sterling is still a quality player. He still got pace. He still got a little bit of trickery in him. And, look at how he kind of formulate this Aston Villa team, getting the best out of some players that you would say some pretty average players in the Premier League, making them look like a top 6 player. Like a top 6 player, leaving Aston Villa, they could join up to any top 6 club in the Premier League. I think, he can get the best out of Raheem with his tactical approaches individually, of how he approach each player and how he want them to play on the pitch. And Raheem Sterling want to play under a manager like that, Unai and Pep Guardiola, they kind of similar. They have a little similarity in them, how they approach games, how their players approach their game, how they played in the system, and a system is very good. I think Raheem Sterling is not that player where he's just going to go into a team and just play it out of his skin. The game that Brendan Rodgers played with the SSS, Sturridge, Sterling and Suarez, there's a system, there was a plan with Coutinho right behind of them. Pep Guardiola have him system. You could say, look at how the system that Gareth Southgate played him in that Euros that kept, that when England hosted the final, I think it was a couple of years ago, that there was a system in place for Raheem Sterling. Chelsea is a broken club, no system. Yes, he scored 10 goals last season in all competition, not good enough for a man that who won the league with his goals for Manchester City. Meanwhile, Aguero is sitting on the bench. This man still have quality, and guess what? He could feed off of Leonbailey energy. Yeah, Leonbailey could feed off of his energy. And this is Leonbailey's dream move. This will be his dream move. Once he said, look, he would love to play against Sterling one day or end up playing on the same team. And guess what? What happened? A couple of chances. I think it was Summergan, Moussa Diaby, Leonbailey, one of Leonbailey's best friend at Bayer Leverkusen. Leonbailey thought that on the Let's Be Honest podcast, he was right there when everyone were talking about Moussa Diaby, and he convinced Moussa Diaby to join up with the Villa team. And guess what? He convinced Luis Enriquez as well, and Luis Enriquez have liked the player, and he's do his little thing and do him like an agent talk behind the scene, and Moussa Diaby end up at Aston Villa. No, Raheem Sterling, one of his best friend in the industry. I know Leonbailey will be on the phone like, yo, but Raheem Sterling already said it. It's out there. He willing to take a pay cut. Once you listen to the guy speak a while ago. Once there's a project, he willing to take a pay cut. As Raheem Sterling, there's Aston Villa cannot match that salary, that wages that he's earning currently at Chelsea, 300 grand a week. I think, it might be a loan. I don't know if it's going to be permanent, but remember, Aston Villa once want Joao Felix, and guess where Joao Felix ended up? At Chelsea. So I'm looking at it now like, will it be a loan move and some, with terms in it, like you can sign him at the end of the season? Yeah, I think all of that will be negotiated, but I strongly believe they're probably linking him with a loan move with an option to sign him at the end of the season. And this will be a perfect project for Raheem Sterling with Aston Villa winger Leon Bailey. You could imagine Raheem on the left, Chippy on the right. Oh my God, 2 Jamaican born, then people in the English Premier League. But I think, when you look at it, this is a very good project for Raheem, because Aston Villa is in the Champions League. He want to get back into the England team as well. He want to make back his claim in English football. He was out for the last couple of seasons, as the last 2 seasons with Chelsea is not good enough. He want to find back his best. He want to find back his rhythm, and London is not far away from Birmingham. Birmingham is the second big. It's like that second big city in England. You understand? So a whole heap of Jamaican descent, living in Birmingham. So it would be something new, for Raheem Sterling. He talk about living so many years up north, want to come back home to London. He got that dream move to Chelsea. No, I think Aston Villa would be the perfect club for Raheem Sterling, especially with the man himself who is at the club already, and the man who is probably the second best player in that squad behind Ole Watkins, are the third behind Emi Martinez, Leon Bailey. And guess what? Raheem Sterling will force a claim if he can get this move over the line and make Aston Villa a Champions League team again. If Unai Emery can get Raheem Sterling to click with Leon Bailey, 2 of them flying down on the left, 1 on the right, or you have Chippy playing down on that right hand side, and Raheem Sterling is running off the shoulder of Ole Watkins, similar to what happened in the Euros with Harry Kane. So, I think Unai Emery is the best man to get, one of the best coach around in the Premier League at this moment to get the best out of Raheem Sterling with his individual tactics and how you want his team to approach the game. But yeah, this is the Morning Insider. Bless up on yourself. Salute everybody. Out.